Hello, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It here at Illegal Pete's with the one and only founder of Illegal Pete's, Pete Turner. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Dude, great. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for doing this, and thanks for having tacos with me. I figured you'd be the best person to really get into these tacos. All right, so here, hanging out with Pete of Illegal Pete's, basically the man that founded this entire franchise? I mean, what would you even call it?
It's not a franchise.
Not even a franchise.
It's a small independent chain.
I love it.
There's 6 of us, and it's family and friends, so I'm never going to franchise.
Awesome.
2 states.
Well, let's focus on the deliciousness of the small chains, if you will, because you got the Baja-style fish tacos, which are incredible, one of my favorites. And then for me, I tried something different. Normally I get what you get, but I got the shredded beef taco and the steak taco, just with random different ingredients, 3 and some cheese.
The ingredients, our beef and pork is Diamond Ranch, humanely raised. We've been using them forever. And really the philosophy there is just, ultimately, sustainable farming practices, they actually sustain the farmers well too. At the end of the day, it tastes better.
Yeah.
So we're always looking for ways to kind of live our values in this business. It is a little bit more expensive, and we haven't done a great job yelling it from the rooftops that we have these great natural meats, but it's worth pointing out. We probably should tell people more in a better way.
That's huge. I mean, people want more natural ingredients in their lives and in their body, and that's why I think a lot of natural grocery stores are opening up.
Big time.
And everything like that.
Big time.
Well, let's get down on this. You want to cheers the taco real quick?
Yeah, let's cheers the taco. I knew it. I knew it. Hey, that's delicious.
I took a big bite too. Where's Bob? You also do this program called Starving Artist Program. Elaborate more on that, because it's pretty fascinating. I don't hear a lot of restaurants doing this.
So any national or international band touring through any of our restaurants, like it was Denver when it started, reaches out and we give them and their crew free food and drink, and we just basically ask that they shout us out. We basically want to provide, home and hospitality to road-weary bands, and we've fed Elton John, Kendrick Lamar. Actually, we just fed Kendrick, and actually he came into our downtown Denver store at like 1 o'clock after playing the Pepsi Center, like solo. Wow. I wish I was there, but we allow our employees to take a month off to go tour, which is
Really?
So we do that. So anyway, so we believe in that. We were kind of doing it anyway, like informally over the years. Like, for instance, it's pretty funny, but Jack Johnson, when he was just coming up, he would play at Tulagi's on the Hill, and we'd just give him free food all the time. But then he would rock Illegal Pete's shirts on stage, and he would drop our name in Elle magazine, and it was crazy, man. And then Dave Chappelle rolls through a bunch, because we're heavily we're heavily into the Denver comedy scene too, right? We do a High Plains Comedy Festival.
Okay.
In its 7th year. Last year we had David Cross as the headliner.
Love David.
It was amazing.
So I find that also really awesome too. It's not just musicians. I mean, like you said, you have comedians that are rolling through who are always touring.
Yeah.
And earlier you're mentioning artists, and painters, and writers.
Exactly, because we couldn't feed every local band, right? It's only national or international, because we'd go broke. If every band pays up for free food every day. It's kind of a bummer. So we started a record label, and we started doing some stuff I think we did it for 4 years down in South by Southwest, did Colorado music showcases to kind of get our local musician community noticed out there a little bit longer, or better, because we couldn't do the free food. But then we also started a record label called Greater Than, and we helped get put out, God, how many records do we put out? Local musicians and comedians. But now we've kind of shifted that focus less from running a label, because it's difficult, or it just takes time and energy, and really the music industry's changed. We couldn't quite figure that out. But so now what we're doing is shifting those efforts and those funds into more a grant system through the city of Denver and through the state of Colorado, which is cool. Why I'm saying that now is we're now looking for opportunities in local literature and arts, like visual arts or anything. So to try to support those communities as well. And Denver, I say we in Denver, that's where I live, and that's kind of where our headquarters is. But Denver's got a really, really vibrant street culture scene going on, like insane. Like they do this thing called the Colorado Crush every September where they bring in these artists. Last year was Shepherd Ferry, but all these street artists, and they just do murals all over Denver, and it's so dope.
That sounds awesome.
You got to come out for it.
Yeah,
It's
definitely
so
love to.
cool. And so Denver's got this really cool culture. So we want to,
Buzzing.
just because it's fun, and I'm the old man of the group at 47, but we're just young, and I'm not young, but they are. And it's just fun, right? Like the music's fun, musicians are fun, just that whole artistic scene is fun, and that's just who we are. We're accessible, we're good value, right? Like, and we want to support our communities however we can. We are fortunate enough to be successful, right? And to be able to do these things.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have another bite.
Yeah, have another bite. Yeah.
I'm ready for this taco. This one has like white rice in it and veggies and all kinds of stuff and some mild sauce. I'm gonna take another bite. Well, on top of you helping out, you know, the community and the local music scene, is you're huge supporters of your employees as well. Recently, news just came out, you're paying your employees a lot more than most places are paying their employees. In Arizona, $15 an hour, that's massive. I'm like, this dude's setting the bar right now.
So I was doing what I was calling the wage benchmarking. We wanted to be the gold standard in our industry, but then in doing that research, I started coming upon this like living wage thinking, like, and I think it was just in the air anyway, right? Just because people know, man, it's become topical and legislated, but it was really hard to live on these wages. So in 2015, we implemented our first raise. We were still at $9 an hour at that time, which I believe was pretty well above minimum, but we set out, I'd set us a goal for us to get to $15 in 3 years, and that's a tipped wage. So they're still making in Denver, or I guess the company average is about $4.72, so they're making about almost $20 an hour.
Wow.
Which is dope. And we will continue to look at ways to do more.
Dude, cheers to that.
Yeah.
I think you were definitely inspirational on being like a true leader on just everything around you, you know.
Thank you.
And it also comes from like a really good heart too.
Thank you.
I'm excited and happy that you took the time to hang out with me today, have some Bout tacos.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad that you made all of this just come together. So thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers, man. Thank you so much.